nearly as comfortable in LAN than online, but he's told me he's working on it.
Right? Even online, he gets nervous too. Like he has issues with tournament nerves online, and I'm sure it's even worse in person on LAN. Like it's a tough environment to play on. You can get inside your own head very, very quickly, and that's one of the reasons I've said in the past is I think if and when Brawlhalla gets to the point where coaches are a thing, I think Dobrein would make a better coach than a player because of those nerves. And he has such an encyclopedic knowledge of this game. Like, it's ridiculous, the just laundry list of information that he has just floating around in that Russian brain.
Can I just say, you know, some people, there's a lot of interesting poses of players. Like, Starlight has probably the most unique pose in terms of sitting way back and leaning way forward. Yeah. Cosolix, one of the few controller players.
Holding the controller like that.
And he holds it up to his chest.
I play with it down below, almost under the table to where I can't even like physically see it. No, I get real low.
But this is, that's unique. I don't know if that's going to help him at all, but it's certainly unique. In the meantime, though, Dobrein took the first stock off of Cosolix. I don't know what magic he pulled to beat out Remy, but I'm not seeing it so far.
He's struggling right now. He gets the side light into the side air against Dobrein, bringing him pretty close to kill percent. I mean, he was doing a lot of grounded moves yesterday when we were seeing him in 2v2, and maybe that's just not going to work against Dobrein if Dobrein kind of adopts this little bit of floating playstyle. He actually just dropped the recovery as Creed makes a bunch of different faces.
I'm not sure. I wish I could see that again. I'm not sure if I like missed a frame, but it looked like the side light did no stun, and he immediately fell down. Like, it didn't seem like he dropped the recovery so much as the side light dropped.
Like the second hit, because there's the gadoosh.
Yeah. Did that drop? I don't even know. Dobrein downline into side air, unarmed, looking for the kill on Cosolix. Almost gets it with that spear recovery. Not quite, though. Cosolix staying alive is going to get hit by it. Dobrein with the full stock lead on Cosolix.
And even with the high defense that Roland has, he is using the movement speed stance, so he's taking 1 out of that 8 defense, so he's sitting with 7 defense right now. Still a whole heck of a lot of defense. And they're playing on Shipwreck, which has a high kill ceiling, so high that it was lowered at one point. But
so not as high.
He's still able to be taken off the top. There's the double down light, the second one being gravity canceled. The side signature, Dobrein is having a lot more luck against Cosolix.
Cosolix moving the controller even higher up. Goes for that side air, doesn't get the down sig. Dobrein, side light, down light, recovery, gets the kill. That's a 2-stock on Cosolix for game 1. Is Cosolix going to switch it up? Go back to Scarlet.
Now Dobrein is looking so much more confident in his play against Cosolix in Winners Finals compared to, Winners Finals compared to how he was against Wilson. Like, he really struggled against Wilson. And he's just not against Cosolix.
3, 2,
he's looking good. He's got Powerade, and he already told Stream to nerf Sword. So he's gotten all of his business out of the way. Now it's time to focus on the game. Side air into Neutralite. Deny the weapon from Cosolix. Pick up. Cosolix picks up the Lance now. Dobrein lands a downlight into nothing.
Well, you know. Well, yeah.
What are you, Magma? Cosolix side light into side air. Another side light into side air. Goes for the nair. Can't quite find it. Dobrein realizing Cosolix is going to start raking up damage if he doesn't stop that momentum real quick. There's another side light into side air.
Dobrein needs to stay aerial. Much more aerial like he was doing last game to prevent that side light into side air. Ooh, now when he's in the air, Cosolix knows it. He's throwing out those nairs. Big hitbox coverage.
Neutralite from Dobrein, no follow-up. Another Neutralite from Dobrein. Goes for the down, almost connects it, but not quite. Cosolix comes around. Both players are in the red now, though. Much closer game. Dobrein didn't just get a runaway lead at the beginning, and Cosolix takes the first lead of the set against Dobrein.
Keep in mind the sidelight stairs are about 32 damage going the way of Cosolix. Then when he gets the nair, if he gets the non-reverse version, which he has been hitting, that's 18 damage. So every time he chunks away with that Dobrein is struggling to find the initiation. That's a lot of damage, but Dobrein's just all of a sudden even that up, and it looks null and void at this point.
Yeah, he caught him out of his recovery, denied the return from Cosolix. Hey, look, it's Nair Sair. I'm happy to see it. Dobrein pulling out those nair stairs. He only did a couple, though. Couldn't quite find anything after the second stair. Unfortunate for him. Maybe he'll switch it up. I just want to see mix-ups when it comes to nair.
Yep. But I mean, even so, even the Lance players in EU, they tend to not really do a lot of the mix-ups. It's just kind of the side light into neutral light into nair.
In terms of, I mean, I guess. Like, well, up until that point, you know, there's not a lot of mix-ups that a lot of side players feel they need to do. It's really more like, what type of nair do you do and how do you follow up that I'm really looking forward.
Okay.
And Cosolix continuing the lead, but he almost had Dobrein kill percentage really early on. Dobrein managed to get Cosolix back in the red, and now he's going to be looking for this kill. Dobrein almost finds a side sig, does manage to get that side light, but no downlight afterwards. The down sig's not quite going to work out for Dobrein. He's pulled that out a couple times, but none of them have quite hit. Instead, he's going to opt for the side, saying, hey, maybe those kill options are a little bit better. Instead, going to get hit by a flurry of attacks from Cosolix. Cosolix side light into falling stair isn't quite going to work out. The down sig with few recovery frames leads to no punish from Dobrein. The side light into the side air, into the ground pound. Cosolix turns it around with his own 2-stock. We're going to game 3. Dobrein's thinking.
I actually really liked the end of that from both players. You saw Cosolix was staying like right in the air. So when Dobrein was doing the down signature on Spear, Cosolix was above him and it wasn't going to hit. But then all of a sudden, then Dobrein made the adaptation. He expected Cosolix to be in the air, and he did the jump gravity cancel neutral signature on Scythe. That didn't end up hitting because Cosolix also changed it up, and he then went for a grounded approach compared to the air that he was doing. So we saw that mix-up, that complete 180-degree change from both players at the same time, and that was really cool.
And Dobrein sticking with the Mirage. Sir, he was thinking about it a little bit. He took a second, thought about what he needs to do against Cosolix, but Cosolix seems to got his momentum down. Side air into down sig from him. Comes in with a side light into down air this time, followed up with another signature.
Now, if I was Dobrein, I don't know how his guns are at this point, but I would actually maybe opt into the Nyx. Just because I personally like the gun matchup against Lance. Just because you would have, you'd have the down signature to possibly cover the 45-degree angle dare approach. You have the side light to try and space out the side airs. The jump side air is a great side air shutdown option, especially also if you get above the dare approach. I love the range that gun has, and I think Dobrein's just really, really struggling. He's worried about this defensive lance that Cosolix has. This jump, fade back, then hit the stair. Cosolix has been doing that so much.
Cosolix, I will say, is starting to look a little bit predictable, and I want to see Dobrein pick up on that. It's a lot of falling side air and side light. It's almost entirely that at this point. And, you know, those are both very dangerous moves, but look at Dobrein. He spaced out the side air completely and followed up with the side light. If he can just do that against Cosolix, like that, this is the new playstyle for Cosolix right now, and I'm not sure he has anything in store afterwards.
There's a lot of movement in Lance's kit, but at the end of that movement, you're halted in place for a moment. So if you just run away from the hits, just run away from the moves. That's how you play against Lance. Just parry it. Like literally just parry it. If someone's coming at you with a side air, outrun it. You will outrun it and then turn around and immediately punish them. If they're approaching with theirs, outrun it.
Fortunately, Remy unable to parry, so easier said than done, but we'll see what Dobrein can do here in Game 3. This time Cosolix got the sword. And Dobrein's going to be looking out for quite a lot more things than just falling stairs and side lights. Goes for that side sig on Cosolix. Bit of a dangerous option. Does manage to pick up the down light, but Cosolix wake up side air, catches Dobrein outward. Ooh, does manage to catch him out of the falling side air with a neutral light this time. That being said, Dobrein looking a lot stronger against Cosolix Lance right now. Gets the recovery. Still not quite getting it, but both of these players are in the red. Cosolix who had the early lead in this game. Now it's very even.
Nice neutral signature coming out of Dobrein. Giving himself the lead back in this game. Making sure he has a scythe in hand. Ooh, clashing out with the side light that probably would have been followed up with a recovery that would have been the kill.
And there's Cosolix falling side air. Dobrein picking it up, sending him upward, looking for a downlight afterwards. Now Dobrein's staying up in the air. If he stays above the side air, can't quite get hit by it. Dodges upward to avoid the side light. There's one side light from him, but no neutral light afterwards as he gets sent off stage. Cosolix looking for a kill option. The ground pound isn't going to do it, but the Nair covers him from the Dare afterwards. Picks up the Nair, though. The Dare off stage, the weapon throw to hit him. The recovery barely missing. Cosolix's recovery, that might have very well killed, but instead Dobrein's going to get hit by the falling stair, get knocked out. Cosolix is in the orange. Dobrein's looking so much stronger. He looks like he's absolutely read Cosolix's book.
Yep. Dobrein was definitely starting to really build some momentum in that edge guard on the left side. He's going in unarmed against this Lance as well. He's definitely figured out the pacing. He's figured out how to outrun those attacks. He's getting out of the way of the side lights as well. He's floating above the side lights. He's outrunning the like grounded side airs as well. There's the side light, into the down light, into the recovery. Dobrein is going to clinch it. Dobrein will be going into the winner's side. Cosolix will be going into the loser's side of top 12. Dude, you got to give some respect.